listening to music and I've always enjoyed being creative. And I always knew that I wanted to create music. And when I was younger, actually my first musical expression form was to try to play guitar. But this was pre-YouTube. I kind of lived in the middle of Kalamazoo County in the country. I had an electric guitar. I took a guitar lesson. It didn't really jive. That's actually the origin of Tenthumbs, but that's another video. So when I get, well, I would say 50 comments saying what's the history of Tenthumbs, I'll go ahead and make that video too. So that was when I was 14 years old. You can fast forward maybe to around the time I was 19, 18, 17, and I got really into hip hop music, and I was, freestyling and rapping, and I actually got pretty good. I know some of you guys out there are like, yo, whatever, dude. I was proficient at it, right? So at the time I started producing a lot of hip hop beats and making them, and I was using my computer and I was using a program called Reason. Shout out to Propeller Heads, all my Reason users. And I was making a lot of beats and I was sample based, but the problem was for me to make a hip hop beat, I really had to dig in deep, find a sample, chop a sample, cut a sample, play a sample, and to get something to rap on took 2 or 3 hours. So I actually bought a ukulele, thinking that I could learn ukulele so I could just pick up an instrument and play. But I never could tune it. I never could tune a ukulele. So I put the ukulele aside, and I was just frustrated with music, and I kind of left that behind. And I graduated from Michigan State.
Winston with him. Winston Bridges!
And I moved to the great country of Colombia.
Colombia, vivo Colombia para todo mi gente de Antioquia, de la costa, de Bogotá, la reina.
I was living there. I came back. I'd been there for a year, and I came back, and my dad had this guitar.
This is a Kalamazoo classic. Showed it to Tyler, his eyes lit up. Manufactured in Kalamazoo in the 60s as kind of an introductory beginning guitar. Just warming up a little bit because that's how we do.
And it said Kalamazoo, and that's the reason he bought it.
Kalamazoo was home for 23 years. I raised my kids there, watched Kalamazoo and its influence on them and myself.
But he was playing, what was the song he was playing? So when he bought it for me and he showed it in a photo, he kind of was like, hey, I know you miss Kalamazoo. And this guitar is kind of a reminder of it, and someday, you can hang it on your wall. And the original intention, from my understanding, was just to kind of have it above the fireplace. But then I came home and he was playing Wild Things.
The first thing I learned how to play on here was probably Wild Thing by the Trogs. I found out about these guitars as I kind of thought about maybe, accomplishing a kind of a childhood fantasy of playing the guitar. Or something like that. I'm going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm going to commemorate Kalamazoo at the same time. I'm going to take and maybe learn to play the electric guitar. So I ordered this thing off the internet. I really didn't understand, how that would resonate with Tyler, and it did. And he kind of saw that guitar, and well, the rest is Tenthumbs, isn't it?
And I thought to myself, there is absolutely no way, because I'm a little competitive, that I'm going to let my father start to play guitar and be better at it than me.
When he sets his mind on something, he focuses really hard. And I would say almost gets obsessed a little bit with those interests of his, and him not wanting his old man to be playing the electric guitar and leaving him there playing with his buttons, and he took to it like a duck to water. Now this guitar means to me, it's symbolic of kind of Tyler and his journey where he's at today, so I'm just kind of hanging on to it for him.
I found another acoustic guitar, the acoustic guitar that I do in a lot of my lessons, the beat up one. There was actually a hole in the acoustic guitar right here. It wasn't tuned, it wasn't strung up. And I went home and I Googled, how to fix a hole in a guitar. Then I Googled how to string a guitar. And then I Googled how to play a guitar. I learned how to play guitar on YouTube. And eventually I came on a YouTube channel called Marty Schwartz.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here.
But if you're watching this and you've been watching Tenthumbs, this is 2018 right now. And I started playing guitar in 2011. It was actually on July 1st when I got that beat up guitar, and I learned how to play it. 2011 was when I started playing. And then a year later, I found that old ukulele, you know? I was like, man, I know how to play guitar now. Well, at that time, I'd been playing for a year and I could... And that's about it. I had this ukulele and I had moved back from Colombia to USA. This is 2012 now, because I met a girl and we were gonna get married in the USA, and I was working at the YMCA and I was a lifeguard, and I would open up the pool. I would be there at 5:45. Water aerobics started at 7 a.m. From 5:45 to 7 a.m. it was 50-50 if I would get a lap swimmer. And so I would bring that ukulele, the old beat up ukulele, and I don't think that ukulele even exists today. I took it on a camping trip to Isle Royale, and I walked 55 miles through a national park, you know, on an island where no one lives, and I don't think it survived that. That's fine because my emotional attachment to that ukulele wasn't that deep. I would play it from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. before the water aerobics would start, just because I had something to do. And I couldn't take a guitar there. And that was where my love for ukulele started. You can start to line up the dominoes, right? First, Dad gets this guitar because it's cool. Second, he learns to play a couple chords. Third, that makes me extremely competitive. 4, I find this broken up, beat up acoustic guitar. 5, I play that for a year. 6, a year into that, I find that old ukulele that I bought when I made hip hop. That's actually like domino -1, domino -2. And then I just learned to play it waiting for these people to swim. I bought the Luna that you've seen in a lot of videos, the Luna High Tide, and I got married to the girl, my lovely wife, and we moved from Colombia to Argentina. We went in a caravan, we took buses, we were on the road for 9 weeks, and in that time my love for the ukulele really deepened, and when I got to Buenos Aires in Argentina, that's where I started Tenthumbs. It's just amazing how these little dominoes line up. It's amazing how these little things can go from one idea or something that you think may be irrelevant, something that you're never going to think about, to totally changing your life. Learning ukulele, I saw a window. There was no Marty Shorts or ukulele, and I wanted to give that back, and that's why I created Tenthumbs. And that is how this little Kalamazoo learner guitar changed my life. Maybe you have a similar story. Comment below if you think there's a little moment in your life that has brought you to where you are. There's a little seed, or there's a moment that you lived that was more important than it seemed at the time. It's the little things, folks, because sometimes if you take a right instead of a left, that makes all the difference, all right? Okay, thank you so much for listening, and until next time, that's how this guitar changed my life.
I think you guys know what I'm talking about, don't you? Okay.
Subscribe and learn, tenthumbspro.com. Rock and roll.